guess what? They've sharpened their pencil. They're not paying over. Don't listen to that professional. You're going to be waiting. We are so good at that nowadays. Welcome back, Real Talk Real Estate. My name is Scott Warner. I work for the Capstone team right here, brokered by EXP. It's on my back art. We turn around. To my left is a guy that needs no introduction. All the women love him. We're going to say his introduction anyway, because guess what, ladies? Get ready.
Donovan Johnson.
Did you feel it? Did you feel the magic that just happened? I bet you did, because I did.
I work at Coldwell Banker, Ingle Safari. And today we're going to be talking about something from a listing side perspective, so the seller, and it's something that cost you a lot of time, and it's waiting for a better offer.
A lot of sellers believe that the best offer always comes later. No, sorry. That doesn't always happen. Could it happen? Doesn't always happen.
And you probably are tired of us saying this, but you have to analyze the market as a whole. Is it a buyer market right now, or is it a seller market? And right now, it is a buyer market. So it's important to either counter respectfully or jump on an offer, because if you, and especially, man, I've seen, like, I got a house now, got an offer a little lower, and we've gotten 3 showings, and I've showed it twice myself.
Ooh.
And we've only got 1 other showing. Ooh. We've had 2 cancellations, and the offer, there's about a $10K difference. And ooh, let's just say my people are like, let's wait. And I'm like, dog, the next bus may not come till
August,
the spring.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about today. Breaking down why your first offer might be sometimes your best opportunity or your only opportunity. Because like you said, if you wait for that bus to come back, that bus might not be coming back. It might be broken down, or you might be waiting a while for it.
Yeah, man. And with that, here's the problem, okay? Uncle, somebody, Facebook, you're going to be reading stuff about, some type of story. If there's a crazy bidding war and we just waited and the right offer finally came. And in reality, if you're not in the day-to-day grind like we are, you don't know, like, the nature of the market. And especially, another factor is, like, the time. During November, December, it's historically slower because people are buying presents and not down payments.
Yeah. But the market has also shifted. Buyers are cautious, more deliberate. Guess what? They've sharpened their pencil. They're not paying over. They're ready to make a deal. And sometimes if you don't listen to that professional, you're going to be waiting.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Serious buyers will show up early. The ones that are hesitant are kind of being more watchful, trying to almost cherry pick.
So I had one that we just got on the market probably a week later, had a showing, had an offer come in, and it wasn't a bad offer at all. It was probably about $20,000 difference. It wasn't a bad offer, and we should have taken it. I said that you might want to give some serious thought to this. And they were like, well, let's counter. So we countered. Guess what? Ghosted, left on red, did not call back. And now we're finally under contract again. We're actually supposed to close this Friday. The thing is, now we're more like $50,000 off of where we were. And I hate that for my sellers. If we would have jumped on that first one, been about $20,000 gone, they would have already been in their new house ready to go.
And here's the thing. When a home sits, you're going to assume something's wrong with it. And, excuse me. So here's the thing. When a home sits, you're going to assume something's wrong with it, even if there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Sometimes buyers like to think, okay, square peg, round hole. That's their hesitancy. But once it sits too long, momentum drops, views drops, everything drops, and it slows down. And guess what they're doing? They're calling you on the phone and saying, why isn't my house sold yet? Why hasn't my house sold yet? What are we doing? And then guess what? You're answering their calls and being like, oh, I'm sorry that it hasn't sold yet. Let me do this. Let me do that. And then maybe you are creating and spending more money to try to get that thing pushed out where they should have taken that first offer.
Absolutely. And it starts to accumulate really fast.
Yep.
I mean, these buyers will start asking for more stuff. The initial number comes in lower, which is the big hitter, on top of maybe wanting closing costs, because you just gotta. I write that in all. I bet you do too, as far as on the selling side.
I mean that they're wanting more concessions, and guess what? Then the seller of that house is like maybe fed up with it and like, okay, they're gonna take the offer. But then it's gonna look. They're gonna be mad at you and say, "Why didn't they? I hired them to be the professional. Why haven't they protected my cost even more?" And then it looks bad. And so then you're behind the scenes trying to get this thing run up. I mean, the market reward confidence and ready to go buyers, proper positioning. We have the pictures. We have the momentum. Let's get it going.
And like, here's the thing, especially with the let's get it going. So you're talking about, I have a strategy, like follow me, is what I'm gleaning from what you're saying.
Yeah.
So waiting isn't wrong, but you got to be strategic about it. And honestly, something that I need to start being better at is not only like presenting the information, but low-key documenting what we talked about. Because I felt like with that initial offer I was talking about, they made a very more on the emotional side, but I get it. I get what we're dealing with, so I understand, but I also understand we were very factual and logical, so we can cut out some of the arguing over 5K, then letting it sit, and that 5K really costing you 15, 20, you know?
I mean, that's what happens. Sometimes it's an emotional battle. Sometimes we have to be the bad guy to come in and say, guess what? Let's go ahead and take the offer. It might be $10,000 low, but the next offer might be $30,000 low. We have to be the realistic person, because this is somebody's home. They have emotions. They grew children up. They have pictures on the wall of their children that have grown up in this home. It is an emotional factor for them. As real estate agents, guess what? That home, we know that our sellers want to move. We have to come in and say, I am facilitating a move, not let's cut the emotions from it. And sometimes you have to be that knife to cut that emotions. If interest is strong and multiple buyers are active, time can work in your favor. But right now, that's not what we're seeing.
Right. And but there's a difference between like crossing your fingers and saying like, I hope I get this, I hope I get this, I hope I get this, versus having like a laid out plan of like, hey, these are the different price points, and at this price point, I can give this money at this price. You know, like having a plan covers a lot, but as an agent, you have to sometimes have the emotional intelligence to re-break down the plan, because you can't just ignore or discount how they feel, because then they're like, well, this guy only cares about pushing the deal through. You don't give a damn about me, you know, when it's like, no, I do. It's just that if I ran on your emotions, I wouldn't be a good one, at least.
Exactly. You got to, as a real estate agent, you have to be realistic. You can't have that emotional game. Sellers should evaluate actively, not hope for. Oh man, my house is worth $1 million. Brother, your house is not worth $1 million. It's worth $400,000 at best. Sometimes you have to cut that line in the very beginning. Sometimes you have to cut that line when you actually get the deal in. Or sometimes you have to cut it twice. You have to say, look, this is realistically what your house should sell for in this market. Hey, we're not in the same market when you bought it. You might have overpaid for it then. This is what I can get for you. This is the money that you got to get out of it. One of my sellers was like, Scott, I don't want to be this low. I'm like, but look, it helps you get out of debt. You have to look at it that way. He has multiple pieces of property, but I'm like, look, it's helping you get out of the debt that you're feeling each and every month.
Strategy will always last longer than emotion, and that's just not from a real estate perspective. That's like life too. I mean, I feel like I'm a self-improvement guy, but if you only do things when you feel like it's like a short fuse. But if you have a game plan and have like morals, have guidelines, have just literally just imagine if you were like a football team. You wouldn't just blindly go into the game.
You
know?
got to prepare for it.
Right. You got to have a strategy. And like there's a team. We got offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. You got position coaches. And as a real estate, our team is like that. And we're the head coach, And like, honestly, now I would view a client almost like an NIL booster in this day and age, And it's like, you're trusting me with this money, or you're trusting me to spend your money accordingly. Well, follow me,
Look beyond the price. Listen to the professional that you hired. You hired us to work for you. We are the professional. Now, when you hire a real estate agent, do your due diligence. Figure out if they're actually going to work for you, or if they just want another transaction listed on their books. I mean, truthfully, you hire somebody that's scrappy. Well, guess what? He got us a good price, but he sold our house in a week. I think I would rather be that agent and be like, well, man, he didn't give us the max price, but it sat on the market for 2 months. He facilitated, or she facilitated, a move that got me in my new house and got me in my new life that I want to be in quickly.
Absolutely. So look, the market doesn't award hesitation. I think it awards putting your best foot forward. And sometimes if you feel like people don't put their best foot forward, you may just need to drag it across. I
mean, this market definitely awards preparation and being decisive. Not be like, should we move? Or no, you're moving. We're taking a 90-degree turn right now. Be proactive, not reactive with everything.
Right. And sellers who understand timing have a huge advantage in this market, because it's not pretty. It ain't as fun, but honestly, that's why we're working through this, because it doesn't really matter their circumstances. We're always going to find a way. We don't accept really no often. And even if we hear, we're going to keep mulling over and keep exhausting options until.
I mean, that's the thing. Look, do you want it sold quickly, or do you want to keep paying that mortgage off on it? No, you want it sold quickly, get that debt off of you, and move on with your life. Guys, thank you so much. Once again, Real Talk Real Estate. My name's Scott Werner.
Donovan Johnson.
We thank y'all so much for the love. Subscribe, like. Hey, we're here for you. We're giving you the information that you need.